Hi. So, I've touched on a few things about parental alienation. This is one of my pet peeves because I was stuck in a situation where my biological sperm donor frequently questioned us. What goes on at your mom's house? How's your mom doing? What is she doing? Who is she seeing? What is she spending time with? What is she blah, 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 blah. Okay. No, it wasn't bad mouthing, but that is parental alienation because it says your mom's doing something wrong. Now, my mother, on the other hand, would let us talk about her dad, wouldn't interrupt us. And years later, I would learn that while she never said anything bad, she also never said anything good. And she just let us talk, but it would go in one ear and out the other. And for the most part, she did the right thing. That was not parental alienation. She didn't want to cut us off. She went through the motions of making us feel heard. And trust me, I have a lot of issues with my mom. That wasn't one of them. I have been faced with so much parental alienation from others that have come to me and talked to me. I recognize it in a lot of other areas where I haven't been consulted. You don't understand how much you are putting off on your child when you put them in the position of snooping on the other parent, supplying answers, and the courts are really recognizing it now. They're starting to call these parents out. Of those children who are subjected to parental alienation, many of them are diagnosed with depression. They're also diagnosed with ADD or ADHD, being attention deficit disorder or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And they're put on medications. The thing is that these children are not ADD normally. And anyone talking to them would be able to tell that they're really not. Their attention deficit comes from the fact that they are being involved in a situation that they do not belong in. Now, a lot of these kids grow up and they learn. And they learn that it's not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. They learn that one parent lied to them and that in time it boomerangs. It turns around on the parent who did the alienating and they lose their child altogether. Now, a lot of these parents just disappear into the woodwork because, you know what? Didn't work. And that's sad. Because all it's telling those kids is that they hate the other parent more than they love their child. And that's exactly what it is. When my father was called out, he disappeared. Didn't want anything to do with us. Now he wants something to do with us. And it's not going to work. It's really not going to work. And that's sad. He misses out. Because I want nothing to do with him. And I don't think he knows what happened to his other two children. One who is in prison and one who has passed away. Sadly. If that's the kind of thing you want for your child, continue including them in your issues with the other parent. But you divorced because you wanted those issues to stop. So then stop it. Stop it. Because it will come back. It will come out. And in the end, you will pay. Is that what you want for your life? Is that what you want for your child? These children grow up into adults that have maladaptive marriages, and relationships across the board, really. And they feel guilty because they were misled. They feel guilty for how they treated the other parent. And it backfires. No parent deserves that. If you love your child, get to the truth now. Work it through with your kid. And realize the heart can expand to love more. It happens every time a new child comes into the family. Your child will think, oh my God, they're going to stop loving me. No. We grow and we learn and we adapt. That's what it means to be human. But if you hurt other human beings, you can't cry, woe is you. Your lies catch up. All lies come out in the end. And when they do, the liar is the one that pays. I'm not a right fighter. I tell my truth, and that's it. Learn to do that. The truth never changes, but lies do. And you get caught in them when you get called up on those stands, in those courtrooms, and you will. The lies become evident. And the kind of person that you are becomes evident. And those judges, they're getting smarter. I'm embroiled in one such battle where a lot of little truths are starting to come out and come into the surface. And it's resulted in quite the messy situation. And the person has been ordered to return a large sum of money that they collected under their entitlement. Private investigators' reports, they dig through the past. You can't change the past. And they find the truths. Yeah, it costs a pretty sum of money, but it is worth it in the end. Please, think about your children. Do the right thing for them. That's why I became a parent. It's called sacrifice. I had to go back to work. I had to bust my rear end to make sure my children had, because I didn't get the support that I was entitled to, in spite of a court ordering it. And in spite of my being extremely too fair. But in the end, it all washes out in that water. Have a great day. Take care.